Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee with Craner. This is episode 106. And today I have Matt Maggio on the call, past captain of the Windsor Spitfires. And as you might have seen last week, became the MVP in the entire OHL league, which is a great accomplishment. And there's been so much good news for Matt. May 1st, he also signed a 3-year entry-level contract with the New York Islanders. And in March was named the Eddie Powers Memorial Trophy and the Jim Mahone Memorial Trophy winner. Great accomplishments. He's very excited to enter his career in the NHL, and I'm excited to kick off this interview and talk more about being a professional athlete. Matt, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So every question I ask on the show is related to coffee, but I know you're not too much of a coffee drinker. What is your favorite pregame drink?
Favorite pregame drink. I'll just give you kind of my drink routine. So I'll wake up and I'll usually have 3 of these on game dates. It's a little packet of salt.
Okay.
Honestly tastes like the ocean. And then we're sponsored by HQ Nutrition. So we've got like some BCA, EAA complexes, and I'll put it like a grape packet and a salt packet together. It's like salty grape flavor. It's kind of disgusting. Most people that try it don't like it, but I take down 2 of those in the morning, and then I'll drink just waters throughout the day, maybe do like a veggie green, and then when I get to the rink, I make myself a coffee. Pretty typical. I use a little Starbucks creamer in there, not gonna lie. And then that's kind of it.
So yeah, there's this ritual that you have.
Yeah, for sure. I think it just feels safe doing it every time. So
Yeah, and if you don't have it, your game's all off and everything like that. So
yeah.
I'm excited to talk about your MVP award. That's huge, man. What was that feeling finding out, and I guess what led to that success?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think it's really kicked in yet. Happening kind of so recently, but I just received a phone call from my general manager, Bill Bowler, and just congratulating me and stuff like that. And I wasn't able to tell anyone for a day or two there until they announced it. And then when they announced it, obviously pretty special. A lot of people texted me, and yeah, I think it's something that it hasn't fully kicked in, but obviously just so grateful for that. And couldn't have done it without the people that helped me get there, my family, friends, and obviously my teammates who we were a great team, and they definitely deserve a lot of recognition for this, and the coaching staff, ownership, and GM of Windsor too.
And it's amazing to hear. And for those that might not follow hockey, how is this award chosen?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's chosen by the media, kind of people that follow all the games. So I know it's like a collection of people, some that are in newspapers, some that are journalists, some that are just at games. So I think it's kind of a collection of different media personnel that come together and vote on it. So definitely to be recognized by them. I mean, they've been watching hockey for years, so to be able to get that award is definitely pretty special.
So the month of May must be like the best month of your life so far. Hey?
Yeah, no, I think starting out with that contract is obviously doesn't get much better than that. So yeah, no, I've been having a great month. I just went on vacation too to California, so you really can't complain about the month. It's kind of time to get back into work here now and start hitting the gym heavy, but just a nice reset month kind of after the season, and have things kind of unwind for me.
And what does the summer months look like for you?
Yeah, it's just going to be a lot of work, really. I think my goal is to make New York in the fall, so that's something that I've set as a goal, and I really want to make happen. So I know kind of the things that I need to work on this summer to give myself the best chance, and I need to get stronger and kind of be more physical and implement that kind of stuff into my game. So I'm going to be in the gym once a day, 2 a days. Kind of just trying to get stronger and faster, and so that I can try to make that lineup out of camp.
Absolutely. I mean, you're definitely getting there, and it's going to happen. I mean, your career showed it in the OHL, so we're excited to see all this success continue here in Windsor Essex, and you being a Tecumseh native, which is awesome. Just a follow up question to that: how have you really been able to stay disciplined with your sport when perhaps some friends that you might have, people you went to high school with, they have different priorities? So how do you stay so focused and disciplined on the goal of making it to the show?
Yeah, I think it's something that I don't really struggle with too much. I know what I want to accomplish, and I know that after I accomplish it, I can have all the time in the world to kind of celebrate. So, yeah, I think a lot of people like to have fun in their younger years. Obviously, if I wasn't playing hockey, I think I would be too. But uh, I think I'm just someone who's kind of so hyper fixated on this goal and kind of making this dream happen that it's worth every sacrifice I got to do. And to be the best, you got to sacrifice a lot. So I think I'm pretty used to it by now. But obviously, sometimes you just want to live like a normal kid and be able to go out and stuff like that. But in the end, I know that this is what I want, and I got to make those sacrifices to make it happen.
Absolutely. That's the tough part, I guess, about being a young athlete, and your youthful days are the most important, right? If you start later on, it's tougher to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
How were you first introduced to hockey?
Yeah, pretty lucky, pretty fortunate. My dad, he's a great off ice trainer, strength and conditioning coach. So he owned a gym here in Windsor where he trained all the NHL players, and
Wow.
he worked with the Red Wings for a bit. He worked with the Women's Hockey Canada team. So he's kind of been around for a while. And growing up, he had a gym where the guys like Bugners and the Reichels and the former players would work out at. And I would kind of just get to, instead of going to daycare, I'd just hang out in the gym, and he'd give me a mini stick and a stick, and kind of just let me hang around. And after the guys would finish their workouts, they'd come play mini sticks with me. So yeah, pretty cool story. And obviously, my dad's been a huge influence on me so far in my career, and wouldn't be here without him.
That's amazing. Who was the best to go up against in mini sticks?
Yeah, I don't know if I remember. I do remember uh, just because I was a little older, but after my dad closed the gym, I don't really remember too much at the gym, but I remember in my basement, Matt Pumple used to come over and play mini six with me, and he'd let me win, and I was like, wow, I'm better than. At the time, he was the captain of Peterborough, playing in the OHL, and I'm like, wow, I'm better than an OHL player. Obviously, he's led me win and stuff, but I think that's pretty cool. And I had like a huge rink for it too. I had the boards, so yeah, it was pretty cool looking back on it now.
The knees were scraped up, and the ankles were whipped a little bit.
Yeah, as long as you win, it doesn't matter though, really. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Um, you mentioned your dad being a huge inspiration to you, and has helped you along the way. Is there anyone in the OHL that you really look up to that comes to mind?
Yeah, in the OHL, I think I've had a lot of kind of people kind of guide me, and my cousin Dan Maggio, he was drafted to the NHL, played in the AHL, and he's still playing in the ACHL right now. So I think he's been a huge influence. And then Zach Cassian, being able to skate with him in the summer, him and Hodgson and Pumple and Reichel and guys like that, just being able to skate with them all summer is definitely pretty cool. And as far as guys in the OHL when I was younger, um, obviously Nick Suzuki was unbelievable. Yeah, he was fun to watch, and just the stuff that he could do out there and the way he thought the game. And a guy that I actually compare to him is Wyatt Johnson, who I played with last year, who was my line mate for a bit. So
Hmm.
yeah, I think Wyatt's a huge guy that, even though he's younger than me, he's a guy that I think everyone looks up to. He's so humble and obviously so talented and gifted at the game. But off the ice, just one of the most humble guys I know. So.
That's great to hear. And from all these people that you've been surrounded by, pros, coaches, your parents, trainers, what are some things that you've learned from them? Some valuable lessons.
Yeah, I think kind of just the biggest thing would be there's no point of going 95% in anything you do. If you're going to do it, go 100%. So going back to that earlier question, yeah, obviously you could kind of do both, play hockey and go out and maybe not try as hard in the gym and stuff like that. But if you're going to do something and you do want to be the best, you got to outwork everyone else. And obviously, there's so many guys out there that are talented in the game. And I think my focus is just try to outwork everyone. And I know that if I do that, good things will come. So I think that's been a huge mindset that those people have kind of helped me develop over the years, and something that I'm grateful for having that.
Just pure hard work is the biggest thing for you.
Yeah, yeah, I think I kind of shows firsthand. My first 2 years in the OHL, I kind of struggled. Obviously, I was younger and I was on some great teams. I didn't really play much, but I think I just didn't stop working. I knew that it doesn't really matter how you are at 16, 17. It matters when you're 20 and stuff like that. So I think maybe I was a little bit of a late bloomer, and yeah, I think that those years where there were some guys that were really good, and maybe I wasn't up to par. I think I just kept working, especially during COVID, and obviously pretty fortunate to have it kind of pay off this season and the last season.
And from being 16, 17, and then being now 20, having been in the OHL, was it more skill you needed to work on? Was it a mindset thing? What was that switch? Obviously things switched for you, and you just became a machine. So
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think it's just kind of just a maturing thing when you're young. I was talking about it today with a few people, is that you're kind of just so naive when you're younger. You don't really know how the league works, or how to move away from home and play against older guys. So I think it's kind of just something where I don't really think I had much confidence my first 2 years. Maybe I was a little smaller than I am now. And I think that as you get older, confidence is just something that comes naturally. So
mhm.
I think I've done a lot of work with mental coaches and stuff like that, and obviously continuing to work on my skill game. But I think just working with the mental coaches and stuff like that has really helped me to kind of find my confidence. And once you have it, I mean, it's tough to kind of go away. So yeah, I think just getting that confidence can kind of really change a player.
Big time. I completely agree. Yeah, confidence it comes with time, right? As you age as well. So I appreciate that. What are you most excited about? Big NHL debut coming up.
Yeah, I think obviously, I think the biggest thing for me, obviously, you don't want to look too far forward, but um, being able to play that first game would definitely be something cool. And having my parents and my family out there watching, and being able to look up and kind of realize that this is your dream. And obviously, you haven't made it. You want to stick. That's the main goal. But just to have that foot in the door would definitely be special for a first game. And yeah, I think kind of just a full circle of now it's more just a thank you to everyone who's helped me get here. So I don't want to really put too much thought into it until it happens. Obviously, you want to manifest and stuff like that. But uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I think obviously it's a goal of mine, and I want it to happen sooner than later. But that's out of my control. I just got to work as hard as I can, and hope that I do get a shot at it soon.
So it's back to the gym, and you're getting ready, and that's a good point. You don't want to overthink it and think about it too much. That I'm the same way. Like if something's
Mm-hmm.
happening in the future that's great that I know about it, just got to stay dialed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but no, congrats for all this success. May's been a great month for you, and just watching you play throughout the season this year was awesome. It was a great season for the Spits, and we're going to continue to cheer you on here in Windsor, Essex. And we just want to wish you all the best, and thank you for making the time to speak with myself and those watching today, Matt.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me, and all the best to you and your listeners as well.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. If you missed the episode, you can watch the whole thing on coffeewithcraner.com. This is episode 106 with